Jerem, trying to figure out how to make this camera work. See if it'll go. It's going to make me do it this way. Orientation is locked. Okay, that's fine. How's everybody doing? We're going to change the oil on the Silverado. It's going to make me do it this way. Orientation is locked. Oh. All right. So, got it up on jack stands. Ready to go. And I'm going to try to do oil change. And I'm going to try to do a tire rotation tonight while you guys watch, if at all possible. So I hope you guys can hear me. I don't know if you can or not, but let's get to it. All right. You guys are kind of the guinea pigs. This is my first live stream that I've ever done. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know if you guys like this kind of content or not, but let's give it a go. Just use my my shop light. It's just a Cobalt 24 volt. Picked up at Lowe's. All right. Hey, how's it going? I hope y'all are doing well. I don't know how this live chat thing works. All right. Okay, so we're just changing the oil in the Silverado. I'll move the camera around a little bit as we go, and let's see if we can knock this out in a relatively short time period. You're gonna hear me just beating around a little bit too, because this is just how I do it. Let me see if I can show you guys again. I don't know if everybody. Let me drop you guys down. So it's a tiny space that I got. It's really a carport. Just a carport. Most of that's gravel out there in the driveway, but here is I got a little small concrete pad inside of the carport, and that's where I try to do most of my work. So I'll move you guys around a little bit. The other side's not much better. Let me carry you guys over there too. I've had a fun week making videos. I don't know if you guys got to catch any of them. It's been fun. The other side is pretty small too. Got the shop crane and just a little desk where I balance the motorcycle tires, things like that. So just a little small, normal, everyday space. But I wanted to show you guys something too before we get too far into it. I was picking up my oil at oh, sorry about that. I'll get better at this, I promise, guys. But I was picking up my oil at Walmart, and I noticed that they had a new kind of Super Tech, advanced full synthetic. It's called advanced full synthetic, and so it's supposed to promise 20,000 miles oil change. Of course, I'll be changing the oil at like 4,000 miles, 5,000 miles anyway. So I said, why not? It was like $1.50 or $1.25 to pick up 6 quarts more than just the regular synthetic stuff. So what the heck? Let's go ahead and do it. So we'll try that out. I don't know if it'll make any difference or not. Oh, I wanted to also say, some of you guys suggested I start wearing gloves on a few of the videos. So I went ahead and picked me up some gloves. So let's go ahead and try to see if that's going to help out the situation tonight. I don't know. I usually make a pretty giant mess. I picked those up at the Walmart as well. And around here we call it the Walmart. So I got about 1,200 miles scheduled this week. Me and my wife are running down to Orlando for a pre-Thanksgiving getaway. Should be fun. But wanted to get the truck oil changed as best I can. Yeah, everyday low prices. That's exactly right. I think the whole thing was 6 quarts. This one was like $20.50, and the 1 quart was like $5.70 or something like that. Wasn't too bad. I picked up the gloves at Walmart too, but we'll see. Only thing I've done is I went ahead and jacked up the truck. The engine's hot too. I drove it down to the store to pick up the stuff. But I'll be using a lot of these guys because I always end up making a mess on the ground. And so I used to buy those Scott blue towels. They're pretty expensive though. I found these Intex cloth-like rags. It's like $300 for $10 at Walmart. So can't beat that. That's what I do. And then once we get under the truck, I use you can use whatever you want, but this is what I've been using here lately to drain the oil into. And I made a little modification a couple years ago to it. This is just like a tire valve stem, because the little cap that was on there was pretty terrible, and so I just went ahead and drilled it out a little bit bigger and stuck me a valve stem down in it, and I use just a valve stem remover tool. Valve remover tool. And so let's go ahead and hit it. I don't know if I can move you guys around. I apologize for it being vertical. I don't. See if we can get you. Yeah. No, I didn't think it was a bad price either. The little she's pretty tall. This is a 2-wheel drive, so even if it was like a 4-wheel drive, it'd be really super tall to get up into. All right, I checked it a couple days ago, and it was about a 1/2 quart low. And I knew I was going to be changing it in just 50 miles or so I didn't go ahead and add any. And just about the same. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but good to go there. So I just like to leave the dipstick in it, but I just kind of pull it out just a little bit. And then I pull the valve cap, not the valve cap, the oil cap off, and just kind of set it to the side. Okay. And so I'm not exactly sure how to do this part. I need to get under the truck and drain the oil. So I got you guys on a tripod, so I'm going to shorten up the legs real quick and see if we can get you under there pretty close with me too, just so you guys can see this thing. Let me show you this before I do that. This thing, this 2.7 takes these plastic drain plugs, and you're supposed to replace them every time you change the oil. At least you're supposed to replace the gasket. And so what I found was the gasket's actually more expensive than the whole replacement plug from Rock Auto. So I just ordered a couple plugs, and I don't know if you guys, yeah, you can see, you can just take like a 1/4 inch ratchet, and yeah, I think that's the right one. 1/4" ratchet, and it's like a half turn, and then it comes out, and it's usually like a flood. A lot of oil comes out of this thing. So I want to get under there and try to get the plug out and see if I can avoid taking a shower too bad in oil. And so I'm going to try to get the phone down there so you guys can watch that too. So brace for some camera movement because I'm going to shorten this guy up. All right. Try not to point you guys straight at the lights. Like I said, this is my first live stream, so if you guys got any suggestions or tips that make it better, I got to figure out how to put it in the landscape mode. I guess I'm going to have to do it with a separate camera connected to my computer. I thought I could just do it on the phone and turn the phone sideways, but that don't seem to be working too good. Almost done, guys. Bear with me just a second longer. All right, cool. So let me grab my light, and I'll try to get you guys set to where you guys might be able to see it. If this doesn't work, we'll just set you up on the little pop socket looking underneath it. So we should be down in that direction. But you guys are still pretty high. Let me see if I can switch my mount. All right. See if we can get the light under here. So I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but that is the plastic oil pan. Super fun. You guys still with me? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna try to prop you guys up. Should have planned for this a little better with a shorter tripod. I think I've got one. I hate to do this on my first live stream, guys. I'm gonna go grab some camera equipment so you guys can get in a little closer. So yes, I'm just gonna put this wonderful picture of put you guys up here on this beautiful Silverado engine bay. And I'll be right back, guys. You see that? Nope. Just imagine some pretty old music or something like that. All right, be right back, guys. All right, my friends, I'm back. Hope that wasn't too long. I'm just going to use this little desk mount. This little, there it is. Little desk phone prop and see if that'll work. Grabbing the drain pan. Taking that little valve out of it. I need to take you guys with me. Sorry about that. Here's what I'm doing. Hopefully you can see that. This is my little drain pan I was telling you about. And of course I'm blocking everything. So just taking the little valve out of the valve stem that I put down in there. And so we should be just about good to go. Then we'll get back underneath the truck and get going on this oil change. And I see some folks come in, so my first live stream trying to change oil, guys. So hopefully we'll get through this little mess together. All right, I'm gonna put you guys back under the truck, and I'm gonna get my. Wish there was a way to turn you guys around so you can see like my other camera. Sometimes it'd be nice if YouTube would let us do that, because sometimes I want to show you something and I got to figure out how to hold the phone all crooked and weird. But all right, I'll check your viewing angle whenever I get under there too. Hopefully that'll work good. Okay. Yeah, I think y'all can see it. Y'all get a good picture of the shower if I actually have to take one. Yeah, cool. So right here is the drain plug. And basically it's just like a half turn. And then it comes out, and boy does it come out. I'll probably get drenched. And if you guys got any suggestions on this, I even thought about like I don't know, getting an oil extractor and extracting the oil before I do this part, because it's pretty serious whenever it comes out. Yep, there it is. I'm all discombobulated. Hey, y'all are still with me. That's awesome. It didn't kill the camera. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on how not to do it like that, that'd be awesome. I think the oil extractor is like the best way to do it. But the trick with the glove saved my hands. That's awesome. We got a little bit of oil in it, or on my hands down here, but that's not too bad. And I know this is like a tiny amount of oil that's coming out now, but that's one reason why I like changing my own oil, is like I can let that sit here and drain all of that trickle out. And I know that at like a 10-minute quick lube or whatever, they're not doing that. They're going to get it to this point, and then they're just going to like be done. They're going to put the drain plug back in it and fill it back up, and it's done. All right, well, it's doing that. I'm going to hop out and clean up my hands just a little bit. because we got to get the oil filter off next. All right. Yeah, it's the messiest oil changes I've ever done. These trucks. Plastic drain plugs. See, like on a regular drain plug, you can just like unthread it, get to like the very last thread, and then after that, you're you just hold up the pan and you're good. But with this one, it's nothing like that. It just goes. Okay. Whoops. All right, so that's what it takes to get the drain plug out. See how it's still draining? I don't know if you guys can still see that or not. Still dripping. Yeah, she's got a lot of oil in her. Let's see if we can get this guy off with a hand. I put it on hand tight. Yeah, I think we will. All right. I'll try to check and see if you guys have made any comments or asked any questions or have any suggestions. That's pretty tight. And the gloves are covered in oil. Gloves are coming off, guys. I really need to be on the other side, right where the oil's draining. Get my leverage. Wrong one. These cups are about worthless anyway. Come on, baby. All right, good. All right, I don't know how long that actually was, but it's now just dripping. And so let's see if we can go ahead and put the new little drain plug in here. Sorry, my hat came off, so you guys gotta see my ugly head. Just take my tool. And that's it. The new drain plug's in, gentlemen. So that's good. 2.7 liters, got a brand new oil plug. Let me see if I can bring you guys in here. All right, brand new oil plug. You can see where it was kind of weeping, where I'd reused the old one a couple times. And so now we got a brand new one. And now that I know we can get them pretty inexpensively and where to get them and that sort of thing, I'll be, oh, there we go. I'll be ordering them from now on. Let's see. Get you guys back on the mount. Little desperate that is. Okay. Now we got to try to get off this oil filter. And for some reason, she's got tight. And so let's see if we can get her loose. My oil filter wrench is at my father-in-law's garage. And so if you've seen some of my other videos where I've got the lift and all that stuff, that's actually my father-in-law's place. It's pretty close, but he uses the fire out of it, so I don't get to actually always use it. And I like showing people how to do this kind of stuff at home on your own, but they make a very proper wrench that helps get these tight oil filters off. Like I said, I just put this one on hand tight, and I don't know what it is about these Silverados. They really twist these. Heat, I don't know. My hands are so drenched. 2021 custom. Okay, I'm gonna look at you guys' comments for a minute. Take it to the Chevy dealership. Awesome. LA, that's good to hear. That's a good deal, because by the time you pay for the $10 filter, and by the time you pay for the $10 drain plug, which Rock Auto's got them on sale for like $3, but that could change, in a second. Amazon's about 10, and then by the time you pay the $30 for oil, even using the SuperTech stuff, you're not very far off just taking it to the dealership. I like doing it because of like my timing. I don't know if that makes sense. Like it's like almost 8 o'clock here, or whatever time it is, 7:46 Central Time, and there's this is whenever I could do it, so I didn't have to like take any time out of my day or anything like that to go do it. That's not a very good reason or excuse. That's just what I tell myself. And I got in the habit of doing it whenever I was, a young dad. I got to grab without a whole lot of money, and so be right back, guys. I'm gonna see if I can grab my wrench. All right, so we'll take a little bit of a break, not from the live stream. I'm going to get out from underneath the truck for a few minutes. I really need to dry my hands up. They've got a lot of oil on them. I can usually just take that oil filter off pretty easy by hand. Yeah, so LA, yeah, the truck does a great job towing travel trailers. I was really surprised. I don't know if I can show you the guys this or not. This guy's pretty heavy on the tongue weight. So what I did is I actually put on some sumo springs on this truck, and after I adjusted the weight distribution hitch, and they helped out pretty good. I don't know if we can get it. I don't know if you guys can see those or not, but those they're 1,000 pound capacity. It's these guys right here, and see if I can come from, yeah, there we go. And those help out with towing quite a bit with this heavy of a tongue weight. I'm right at 1,200 pounds on the tongue weight, which is really heavy for a half ton. But I got the hitch dialed in, and then I put those sumo springs on it, and it took all the back end kind of wandering sway out, which was awesome. And so very good. I'm kind of looking for my oil wrench too. I had one pulled out, but I pulled out the wrong one. I'm gonna have to check my other toolbox. You'll have to bear with me just a second. I'm sorry. See if I can find it in here. Yeah, there it is. Got a rigid box. I'll flip you guys around so you can see it. I don't know how to do that yet. But the oil filter wrenches are way better because they let you get in there and really grab a hold of it. But on my previous truck, I had a 5.3. It was a Chevy Tahoe, and the oil filter was like recessed up into the engine, like in the oil pan, and so I couldn't really like grab a hold of it and pull it out. So I used this, which is kind of terrible. And so I'm going to try to use that again underneath the truck here in just a second to get that filter moving. And then we'll put this filter on by hand. This is a PF66 AC Delco. Order these off of Amazon or Rock Auto or whoever's got them cheapest at the time. And just, you know, the normal everyday thing. You just shake up the oil. I don't know if do you gotta actually shake it up? I always shook it just for, I don't know, it just feels natural to shake it, right? Shake up the oil, and then you know, you just take a little dab of oil and run it around that that O-ring. I didn't really plan my live stream tonight. I just kind of did it. All right, so just a little bit of oil, and then you just run it on the O-ring. And that is supposed to help make the seal or whatever and make it easier for these things to come off, so they don't weld themselves together onto the engine block like this one did, but it is what it is. All right, there's the cap. And so I got two of these caps here. Let me make sure I get the one that fits right. Yeah, that'll do it. Hopefully. Just need a little bit of push. That's all we need. So we'll go ahead and get you guys back down here, and then I'll get back under the truck with the new oil filter and some rags. And we'll get that oil filter off and get this new one on. Make sure you guys are in good shape. Yep, made an oil bath. to go ahead and try to clean up a little bit of that oil. Do a better job once the truck's off the jack stands. When I'm able to use my father-in-law's lift, and you know, we can get a proper you know, one of those big rolling oil change and catch cans. Those things are pretty great. Wonder if they make a shorty you can roll underneath here with you. Probably ought to look into that. All right, good. That's the wrong one. Alright. Let's see if our little can will work. Try to bring you guys in a little closer. There we go. There we go. She's on. Yeah, she's moving now, guys. She's really tight, but she's coming off. See if we can pop this. We'll filter wrench off so it doesn't get too soaked in oil itself. Oh well, it's just going to get drenched. All right. She's off, yay! Oil changes, getting closer. Let me show you guys this too. I don't know if you guys can see it where you're at or not. But that's the oil filter adapter. up on the engine. Can you guys see it? Oh, I don't know. Maybe. And so I like to just let that drip until it's just about done. And it's pretty well there now. And then we'll get the other filter on it, and then we'll do some inspecting under here. Make sure we don't have any problems on the suspension, or just a visual. We'll just do a visual inspection because the truck's driving pretty good. That's the transmission here. I mean, like, obviously, right? But what's cool about it is your transmission cooler is right here. It is a water to oil cooler. And this is what keeps your transmission temperature always between like 180 and 220. No matter what you're doing. Going for a leisurely drive on a nice spring day, it'll be 180, 190. You know, really hot day in the middle of July, same thing. This is the guy that makes all that magic happen. Your oil on your engine's the same way. They got one for the engine as well. But all of these are coolant lines. And so anybody that watches this in the future, yeah, there's a lot of cooling lines on these, coolant lines on these 2.7s. I think what's actually going to kill future 2.7s is not the turbo, and it's not the engine, like the architecture of the engine. I think it's going to be like the cooling system. I think that's going to be the Achilles heel. Just, it's way complicated. Like there's tons of electric servos and that sort of thing. And so, not a prophet or the son of a prophet, but that's just what I think. My favorite car? Let's see, I need to probably get caught up. I hope that falls on you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hopefully it doesn't fall, but it might. I don't know. I do have a overkill on the jack stands, and so before I do that, wipe off the oil filter adapter. You'll see I almost went for it. Now, if it fell on me, that would make for an entertaining video. For some, I suppose. Let's hope not. Still got a wife and kid. And my kids, and hopefully grandkids in the future. And then I just hand tighten it. Give me a little rag and that's about all I do. Oh, my favorite car. At different times in my life, that would have been I'd give different answers. It's been a Corvette, like a C3 Corvette. I love those cars. But like if I had like one car, like a dream car, and y'all are going to laugh at this, but it would be a 1970 Chevy Nova with a 454 Super Sport 454. So that's probably my favorite car. As far as I really like them. Of course, I love the Chevelle. Those are great. I love a 66, 64, 65 Mustang. Those are great cars. I'm really brand agnostic. I don't really, you know, I prefer American cars, but I'm okay with whatever makes other folks happy too on the vehicle front. So that's it. Basically, it'd be a Chevy muscle car. That's what I'm hoping to bring to the channel in the future too, is some kind of Chevy muscle car with a V8, not a 2.7, by the way. I mean, if it's a classic muscle car, you gotta have like a V8, right? If you're going to do a classic muscle car. Classic daily driver, you can do, you know, 6 cylinders or whatever they came with. But all right, let me, before I grab my phone again, let me put a napkin and hope it falls on you. You are silly. I don't even know how to say your username. I hope that falls on you. Do you mean the whole truck, or do you mean like the oil filter? Because if it's like the whole truck, I might die. Y'all could like start recording your screens and say, "Man dies under truck as 4 6-ton jack stands fail," all at the same time. Yep. Okay. And again, sorry I can't flip you guys around, but we'll try to do a little inspection on this thing together. Just a visual. I'm not going to go prying on stuff very much. So I always try to check on these guys. These are the sway arm bushings. Not the sway arm bushings. Good grief. Sway bar bushings. And that one's okay. And that one's okay. And then I check my sway bar end links. And the suspension's at full droop right now. And so what I'm looking for is kind of, why is this not standing? I'm looking for any brakes on the, they're tight. Feels good. And then power steering, all that was looking pretty good. Ball joints, yeah, I'm holding you sideways. Will y'all let me know if I hold the camera sideways, does it like stop the live stream? And then the A-arm bushings look pretty good. I'm gonna have to move my light because I can't really see. Yep, they're looking pretty good too. It's pretty cool. There's a big old giant L right there. Not for loser, for left. Let's check out the right side. Yeah, username I can't pronounce. I don't get a do-over, so if it falls on me and I die, I'm just dead. I'm like, that would not be good. Yeah, let me see if you got it. I love old American cars. Yep, me too. They're great. Here's my R. The R for the right side on this lower A-arm. Ball joint looks good there. I don't know if you guys can see, but the upper ball joint looks pretty good too. Tie rod looks pretty good. Let's make sure. Yep, looks good. She only got 42,000 miles on her, so I don't expect it to be bad. But I think we're in good shape down here, so we can do the rest of this up on top. So let me get you guys back on the tripod. Sorry for all the camera movement and making everybody sick and stuff like that. Year-old man almost fell down. I'd have laughed with you if you wanted that one. Okay. Probably gonna need to plug the phone in too. All right. Okay, so I'm going to extend the tripod legs now, get a little more steady. I was going to rotate the tires too. I'm not sure I'm going to do that. The tires are within a couple thousand miles of being replaced anyway, and so I'm not sure how much good that's going to do us. If we go ahead and rotate them. But if y'all want to see it, I'll do it. I don't really care. I got all night. All right, sorry. Getting closer, getting closer. All right. Well, we survived under the truck, much to the chagrin of JUYTFVBJURXCHIYRF. The truck did not fall on me yet, so that's a good thing. All right, let's get you guys over that way. Made a royal mess underneath the truck. Just going to get some cleaning up done as we go. About knocked you guys over. All right, I want to show you guys something else. This is cool. I don't know if y'all guys think it's cool or not, but I do. I bought like an old school oil can. I actually bought this whenever I was changing my wife's transmission fluid because I needed to precisely measure exactly how much fluid was going back into the transmission because it doesn't have a dipstick. And I don't have a scan tool yet that'll tell me the transmission fluid level on her car. So I bought this from Walmart. It was like $5 or $6 or something like that. And it's just a kind of an old school oil can. And it's got the gradations for the quantity. And since I've went to this, it's like made everything just a ton easier. I don't have to worry about a funnel. Or anything. I just fill this up with the 6 quarts of oil and let her rip. And so that's what I'm going to do. See if I can position you guys so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, please excuse my mess on the table. So I just go ahead and take the lid off of it. And this is 6 quarts of oil. Horn Distribution is really serious about keeping their oil sealed. We'll go ahead and pour these 4 in. Or these 5. This should be 5 right here. Truck holds 6. I'm just like out of habit. Just put like 5.5 in the truck, and then start it, and then top it off. So, but it is precisely at 5 quarts, so pretty accurate. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Yep, right to the 6 quart line. Good. And here's where the magic kind of happens. clean here. Let me see if I can get you guys close to the... LA, I don't know if you're still on with me or not, but the airbags, I've got a friend with a 2018 Silverado, and we put airbags on his truck. He loves them. He used airlift airbags, and they, let me see, I think we put on the compressor and the bags on his truck. That was great. He loves it because he can adjust his load like on the fly. And so I think he runs around normally with like 5 psi in the airbags. So he can see it on the gauge and everything on his dash, and just push a button and the thing just goes and lifts up the rear end of the truck. Now the bad thing with the airbags is it completely offsets your weight distribution hitch. So if you got a weight distribution hitch, it completely offsets all of that. Hey buddy.
Hey.
You want to say hi on the live stream?
Are you live?
Yeah, I'm live.
Cool.
But
Who was watching?
I don't know. There's 5 people though. Say hello. This is my son Jonathan. He's the one with the Camaro.
To all my 5'3" drivers out there, my Camaro makes more horsepower.
Oh,
And it's a V6.
I don't know what he means by that. We will flesh that out in a future live stream though. You going to work out?
Yeah.
That thing sounds pretty mean, doesn't it? Here, I'm going to take, well, we're actually on Wi-Fi, so I can't walk all the way out there. I don't have you guys on cellular. But give it a little red whenever you get in the truck, you get in the car. Y'all got to hear this thing. It's pretty mean. Hey, back it up here real quick and then just give me a little rev. It's pretty cool. His little Camaro, he put a little exhaust on the V6. Yeah, a little exhaust on the V6. I'm gonna try to move you guys closer because, like I said, we're on Wi-Fi, but it's pretty mean sounding exhaust for a Camaro. I have no idea what kind of exhaust it is. It's some little muffler replacement thing, but it's pretty cool. Be careful, buddy. So my son is training to be a power lifter. He's you saw him. He's pretty beefy guy. The boy's in the 1,000-pound club, is what he would call it. His bench press, his squat, and his deadlift are all over 1,000 pounds. That was in high school, and so pretty proud of the kid. He's doing real good. All right, let me see if we can get in a little bit closer here, and we'll get the oil in this vehicle. Got just a little space. I don't know if y'all can hear that on the live stream, how he's tearing down the valley, but he is. All right, let's see if we can get you guys up high enough to see. Yeah. Okay. Hope that ain't fleshing it out too bad. Hope that falls on you. All right, guys. So this is where I like having this can, because I can make sure that it all just goes right in the engine. Y'all still with me? Yeah. I'll go ahead and pull that guy off. Yeah, thank you. The sumo springs were great, because my buddy that got uh, the airlift bags, I mean, you're killing $1,000 to do that, between the bags and the pump, and if you pay someone to install it too. The sumo springs, it literally took me longer to get the tools out than it did to change the springs or put the sumo springs on. It was 2 bolts, literally 2 bolts. I unbolted the bump stop and discarded those, and then I installed the sumo springs with the provided um, bolt. They give you the bolt that you need, and it's even got they come with spacers. So if you have a 4x4, you put a spacer on and then the sumo spring. If you have a 2-wheel drive, you just put the sumo spring straight up as a direct replacement. Um, and I'm telling you, they actually work incredibly well. Um, all things considered, for like $200 or so, um, super cheap, and super, like, the value for performance is incredible. Like, to get the kind of performance that those sumo springs gave me would mean that, to get it another way means I replaced the leaf springs, I replaced the rear sway bar. Um, did they reduce any squat you had previously? Yeah, it definitely helped with the squat, and mostly what it did is stabilize the rear end, because I took most of the squat out with the weight distribution hitch. But once I put those sumo springs on there, it made a world of difference. Even my wife noticed a difference in the ride, and I just went with the 1,000 pound. See how that's draining? I'll just let it drain. I just went with the 1,000 pound versions. They make a 1,500 pound version for this. So if you're going to be like pulling fifth wheels, I'd probably get the 1,500 pound. But since I'm just a travel trailer tower, that's what I got. And it made, before I spent $1,000 on the airbags, I would really consider the sumo springs, just because they're so inexpensive and they're like, set it and forget it. I never have to think about them ever. My buddy with the airlift bags, they're pretty well set it and forget it, but you do have to remember to keep I think it's 5 or 10 psi in the bags at all time, and you need to also just be aware that if you lose line pressure, you need to be ready in case you do that. They do have like internal bump stops, but if you're holding up a load with an airbag and you lose air pressure on one bag or the whole system, then you're left with no support for your load. So just some things to keep in mind. Not that airlift bags fail all the time, but they do fail from time to time. But yeah, they definitely helped. Because you do have to squat the suspension a little bit with the sumo springs, or the Timbrins. Timbrin are a pretty similar product, but you do engage the sumo spring a little bit as the truck squats, and then at like 50% compression is whenever you got your max ability, or what, a max weight carrying capacity or something like that. So sumo springs are I think for the win for me. The reason I went with sumos over Timbrins is uh, really, it was customer service. That was really what it was. And the sumo springs have a more appropriate rating for what I was doing. So I only needed the 1,000 pound to help stabilize the rear end a little bit. The Timbrins have like a 5,000 pound capacity, way more than what I needed. And so This is actually done. I'm just sitting here talking to you guys. So this is all drained up or drained out, ready to go. And I did just go ahead and put all 6 quarts in it. She should be good to go. And I just double check it just to make sure that I didn't do something stupid like leave the oil pan drain plug, which I got it on video. I didn't leave the oil plug out. But just make sure I didn't lose any oil. But yeah, we're good to go. And so I'll take you guys inside. So what do you guys think of starting vehicles on jack stands? I've done it. I usually do it just to get the oil pressure primed up and make sure I'm not I didn't, you know, put the oil filter on sideways or something like that. So I can get to you guys. And no problem, Chupacabra. Appreciate you watching my videos, guys, very much so. And all the comments too. But the truck's ready to go. Let's jump in the truck and let's start it. And again, I don't know how to turn you to the other cameras, so I'm gonna have to just try to get it as close as I can. Make sure I got my keys on me. If not, I'm gonna have to run into the house. Yeah. What's my favorite food? Favorite food. Honey peanut butter by Peter Pan. That's my favorite. Like, just grab something out. I just love like a spoonful. I guess that would be a snack. That's my favorite snack. As far as like favorite food, that's a tough one. I have a medical condition that has me on medicine that basically I don't have much taste for anything for the most part. So generally what I can taste the most is saltier stuff. Beef. I used to love beef, but this medicine they got me on has jacked me up on that. And so favorite meal, probably spaghetti. I love Italian pasta, lasagna, all of those things. Love it. Thanks for asking. Let's see if we can get you guys in here so we can watch this. Let me grab my keys real quick. I'll be right back. All right, so that is not easy. Scheduling live streams, and then like I scheduled them on my computer. So I got the thing up on jack stands, went in and scheduled the live stream, came out here and set up the phone, left my keys sitting on the end table. All right, let's get you guys in here. Let's start this truck up. Oil filter is not primed. Made a whole video about that this week, how I don't generally prime them. But I'm going to try to get you guys turned around so we can see. Oh, if I had a lifted truck, this is what it'd be like. What do y'all think about lifting 2-wheel drive trucks? Must be respect to the noodle thing. Yeah, absolutely. I love it. All right, hopefully it's not going to connect to Bluetooth and mess everything up. So here we go. It's doing the check, system self-diagnostic check, and then our oil pressure is right up to 30 psi. Washer fluid low. Add fluid. Yeah, we need to do that. I forgot about that too. So that's about as far as I let it run. I do tend to jump down and just make sure I don't have an oil waterfall underneath, but that's more than enough time. Hello, Nicole. How are you doing? It's good seeing you guys. And so I know this live stream's went on for like an hour and 12 minutes. Let's check the oil level, let that thing settle down. While it's doing that, we'll go ahead and fill it up with windshield washer fluid. What kind of windshield washer fluid do you guys like to use on your trucks? I'll show you what I use. That. Oh, nope, you guys can't see it. I like to use the Rain-X All Season 2-in-1. Let's get this in, then we'll check the oil level. Did y'all see that? If it wasn't live streaming, that would not have happened. All right, let's see if we can get this poured in here. Missed a little. One of my lowest performing videos is the video where I talk about how to fill windshield washer fluid. I tried to like adjust the thumbnail and I tried to adjust the title, and this was not a good performing video. But YouTube's like a weird thing, so like you never know. So I've had videos like I made a video like whenever Dodge announced the new Hellcat, what it's going to be all electric, and I made a crazy video about it sounding like a cat in a blender about a year ago. You can probably go find it. I think it's a short, and like it went nowhere. It like got no views, and then all of a sudden it had like 2,000 views or something out of nowhere. Apparently, because cat in a blender became a trending thing, that video got picked up. So you never know. You never know what's going to happen on the YouTube thing. So I'll get rid of that after a while. All right. Let's check our oil level and see how we're doing. And then we'll be just about ready to get this off of jack stands. All right. Try to bring you guys in a little closer. All right. But going back to that airlift system, that thing is incredible. Like if I was towing a fifth wheel with this thing, I would have to really, really consider having one of those. Simply because it's able to adjust the load on the fly, where with a travel trailer you can kind of dial it in with the weight distribution hitch, and then just kind of use the sumo springs or the timbrins to help out. But yeah, Chupacabra, I'm telling you, if you get the sumo springs, you're going to be amazed at how easy they are to put in. I mean, it's like it'll take you longer to get the tools out than it does to actually change it. It was so simple. All right. we're full, up to the full mark. Good to go. All right. So now I'll just get it off of the jack stands and pull that stuff out from underneath the truck and clean up, and then we're pretty well done. I don't know if you guys are interested in watching me. I mean, we've been going for like an hour, almost an hour and 20 minutes now, doing like a tire rotation. But we can do that if you want to see it. Just let me know in the chat real quick. Otherwise, we can shut this thing down. I appreciate you guys very much. So I'll hang on for just a second and see what you guys think. All right. Very good. I get a little over 200 miles on the tank of gas when towing the travel trailer. Was thinking about getting an auxiliary gas tank. How many miles do you get when towing your travel trailer? About the same. 180 miles. I'm starting to think about gas. The highest I think we ever went was 220. No one. Are you a munch? Like a munchkin? I don't know. If you could clarify that, no one. I don't really know what that means. But yeah, about 200 miles is whenever I'm hunting some fuel. Without the trailer though, I can go like 518 miles or something like that. I don't know if you want to map it out or not, but I got gas at a pilot at the Florida Turnpike and drove all the way to Chattanooga, Tennessee on one tank of gas in this truck. Are you a munch? What? Somebody please help me out. It must be that am I a munch? I'm ready to eat some snacks. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but I don't know what a munch is. I'm sorry. I don't know if that's some weird new young hipster thing. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. Just say yes or no. I don't know. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. I have no idea what it is. Just drop a link down there and tell me what that is. I'd have to check it afterwards anyway. But yeah, as far as miles per gallon, I will tell you that like the lowest I got on a tank was 170 miles. Like 170, she was on fumes, and that's whenever everybody in the truck was sleeping. This is kind of mean. Everybody in the truck was sleeping, and I decided to see what would happen if I towed at 72 miles per hour with the 36 footer. And so that's what I did. It handles great, but I usually drive about 62, 65 miles an hour. So I just bumped the speed up, just, those few MPHs, got it over 70, which the air was dead still. So if you're a travel trailer tower, LA, you know what I mean by this, that if it's windy, you're driving slow. But it was a good day. The interstate was good. The road was good. Everything was good. And so I said, I'm just going to run 100. I'm going to run 70, 72, and let's see what happens. I got 7 miles per gallon doing that. And so it was just like 5, 6, 7 or 8 miles more per hour, but it gave me a 30% hit on my fuel economy. So like 62 to 65 is where this truck's the happiest for me, and that's 36 footer. So yeah, no one, I don't think you're going to help me understand what that is. So I'll have to Google it after the live stream. Just say yes or no. I don't think that's this kind of live stream. All right, let's see. We got the washer fluid in. Already checked the tires as far as tire pressure and anything for wear. That's good. Air filter's good. Check that. I did that off camera. Oil's in good shape. We'll double check the oil level whenever we get the truck down off the jack stands. and then I think we're good to go. You guys want to see me get? Oh wait. Oh, that's how you do it. Yeah, excellent. So for future reference, I know how to change the camera on the live stream. There's a little button that lets you do the flip thing. Do you tow with the tow mode setting? Yes, 100%. I do that before I get out of the truck. Or I get in the truck, hit the tow mode. I know it sounds crazy, but like the truck actually tows better. The transmission behaves better when I'm towing. Like just empty, it's kind of a wandering slush box. But whenever I've got the load on it, it's like perfect. So I've said in a couple other videos, and TFL Truck has a couple videos on the 2.7 where they talk to the engineer and that sort of thing, and they like way overbuilt the engine. So I think it was designed like to run with that heavy load behind it, and just like anecdotally, whenever there's a load behind it, it just runs so much better. It pulls so much better as far as the transmission is concerned. Hey, LA, do you have the tow mirrors? Like the factory tow mirrors? Because I've just got the regular tow mirrors and I put these slip-ons on it. Let me see if I can get you turned around. Yeah, see, just the regular mirrors. So I thought about getting the factory tow mirrors and put on there, but the slip-ons do pretty good, and plus they're pretty inexpensive. They're like $50 or something like that. Let's see if I missed any questions before we start shutting her down. Nope, I think we got them all. What state am I from? I'm in Tennessee. Have the regular, but I'm searching for some good ones like factory. Yep, me too. I just don't want to pay the $800 for the factory one. Let me show you the ones that I got though. Hold on, I'm gonna turn you guys around. I'm so happy that I got that. Figured that out. I use these. They're K-Source Snap-in Zap. They're great. This is actually my second set. I had a set for my Tahoe last time, or on my last truck. Let me pull them out. But they're just pretty nice little slip-ons, and they go on like super simple. Boom, done. Yeah, so let me see if I can get you in here like this. I'll show you guys that. I like this mirror. I point like straight down the truck, and I can see like the rear axles of the trailer with this mirror, and then this one I just point out at my blind spots. Works amazing. Works amazing. Yep, got the same. Good. They come off pretty easy. I'll put those guys up after the live stream. But I think that about wrap us up, guys. If you guys got any other questions, let me know, and I'll try to answer them. Thanks for coming with me on this little oil changing adventure. But we'll go ahead and wrap it up tonight. Let me know down in the comments if you'd like to just have regular live stream chats like this. I think it'd be kind of fun just to sit and talk with you guys, more than just in the comments of the videos and that sort of thing. So I'll maybe try to do this once a week or once every couple weeks or something like that, and hopefully give you guys more than 15 minutes notice. But thank you guys. I'm gonna get this truck off the jack stands and then hit the bed. Got work in the morning.